So we're going to look at the back view of the cyclist, and again, forgive the video quality on this. This wasn't our typical setup, but what you're going to look for is how they're lining up with these lines here. So this horizontal line is kind of where the pelvis is, and then the vertical line is essentially where they are lined up with center. Looks like ours is actually a little bit off here. So as I start playing this, so you see how it kind of really shifts there. And there's a lot of movement going on at the pelvis, kind of side to side, up to down. So if I pause here, here he's pretty much level. This is the midpoint. As he comes up with that right leg, you see how much he shifts over onto the left side of the pelvis, and then the right trunk really starts to kind of curve here. And then we bring him back into center here. He evens out. And then the left leg comes up and he does the same thing, just not quite as drastically. So this would be still a little bit more movement side to side than I would want. Some up and down movement is normal, but he's kind of going side to side. So right here with the hip, if you can see, watch this hip here. Kind of hikes a little bit there, and then really shifts over again as that right leg comes up. So let me play this through a little bit faster for you, and just watch how much movement is kind of side to side on the pelvis. And you can see it's definitely as that right leg comes up more, there's definitely more movement. So that's indicating that he's not really stable on the saddle. The pelvis is shifting too much. So we had measured him, and the saddle he's on is a little too narrow, so he needs to bump up one size. And then that'll help stabilize, but then also looking at some of the imbalances at the pelvis and the core to help stabilize pelvis and make sure he's staying level. And it would include some specific exercises to basically retrain his body to stay stable on the saddle. And there's Raleigh in the background of the video.